Hey there, what's up? What's poppin', y'all? Good to talk to y'all again. So in the intro there, that's kind of our idol here. If you're watching since like episode 1, I made mention of him. He's basically one of our main inspiration DKs from GMS. So he's basically just a bully, you know, just for lack of a better word. He was a bully. He yeah, if you weren't in Broa, you probably never heard of him. But I think technical skill-wise with Bigfoots, he had no kind of equivalent, you know. He was kind of in his own league. And I would love to know who earnestly thinks they could beat him in a one-on-one Bigfoot kind of, just a one-on-one. Not doubting anybody's skill, but I would just be more interested in seeing like a good match. But I put real money. I put $100 on Punked Oz that he'd win, that he'd beat any challenger on the server. So yeah, I mean I don't condone anything he did. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't condone any of that. Using DC hacks and KSing people and taking their Bigfoots. Like, someone tries to do it to us later on in this video. But you know, we have our Night Lord parked nearby in the forest, so if anybody tries to take it from me, I will make sure they won't be able to take it, you know? Nobody gets it. Any NX that gets out of it, I pick it up in my Night Lord and I drop it in front of people. That was the plan, at least. But we'll get into it when it actually happens. But yeah, Punked Oz, he had just perfect knowledge of iframes. And plus he's rushing directly into Bigfoots at the right frame to push them. So if you're attacking it, he'll find the perfect opening and rush, and then, you know, he can get it hidden anytime he wants. And positioning, everything he does is deliberate with positioning. But just take a closer look. Like, there's more to it, what he's doing, than what appears on the surface. Let me narrate about what the video's about, actually. So in the beginning, we farmed Helm Deck 60s, scrolled really badly. Like, I don't know how to scroll, evidently. I don't think I'm going to use 60s. I don't think I'm going to try anymore because I don't know how to. And yeah, we just dummied a bunch of 60s on our helm, and then those ended up passing, and then we went for the real helmets, and we only got 4 decks on all of them, 3, and they only have 5 slots left. So it was a disaster. So I'm just going to hold on to the rest of the 560s for our Z helm. There's just gonna give him the bandana. Like, I was trying to get a little extra accuracy for this Bigfoot because I want that extra like 2% ish of accuracy, because that's around like a 3% difference in hit chance. So with 2 more accuracy, I would hit this Bigfoot at 88% roughly, and it adds up because if I'm doing 2,500 attacks total, with my current hit rate, I would be missing 300 times. So just multiply that by, I guess, our typical damage range. So pretty significant. So during this first Bigfoot, I have to kind of take a pause and try to dodge raids and the Bigfoot himself to put those 200% face accessory dexes onto our mask. And that kind of helps. We're really done with this because we wasted all of our maple pops. I don't know why we used them. I was basically just trying to not hold anything back because I wasn't sure what we were capable of. So we don't need to pop this at all. At the end of this episode, we definitely don't need to any longer because we don't miss anymore. But even at this time right here, we don't need a pop. We just need a sniper pill. And we end up using like our soda too, our 50 accuracy soda. So we used absolutely everything in our tool bag to down this. I guess I just wanted to hit it every time, just to not have those misses and that loss in DPS. But was that efficient? Absolutely not. Do I regret it? No, because now I know. I didn't know then, that's why I did it. We can always refarm these consumables, so it's no big deal whatsoever. And use most of our stoppers during this as well, which is also a mistake because we only need 30 stoppers to down a Bigfoot each time, roughly, because we can down 3% per stopper. It was slower at first because I was trying to get the hang of the iframes. I was rusty. forgot how they worked on a melee class. So a lot of missed hits in the beginning on this first Bigfoot. That's why we burned through 3 stoppers already, or 33 stoppers from our original 53, and aren't done yet. That's why, like, I was just not hitting it every time, because you have to do like a short hop jump whenever Bigfoot is doing that magic attack with his stomping thing to even hit him. And when he's jumping in the air, Bigfoot, you cannot be standing on the ground flat. You have to jump a little bit, like a short hop or a full jump, depending on which part of the animation of the attack he's in. It's hard to explain. I just kind of had to get a feel for it. And this is basically, it's like a rhythm game, kind of. You know, you just kind of juggle the Bigfoot animations, know what's coming up, and just kind of play off the fact that when he's a few kind of frames away from your character, he's going to jump. So that means you have to jump too, like preemptively, to just get that early attack off and maximize the opening you have to attack. Ideally, you can get 3 per kind of cycle of knockback. 3 crushers in, so 9 hits total. That's the ideal scenario, and if I'm doing it well, I can continue to chain off of it like another 9, 3 crushers in off the original 3. But if I need a reset, it's also fine. Sometimes I need to pause, wait for the right animation that I recognize, and attack at the opening I choose to kind of keep that rhythm. Tried it without the booster, tried it with the booster. I think with is okay. I think it's better, because when I don't have it on, when I don't have booster active, if I'm stuck I get stuck into these crushers, right? When I want to jump, I'm still crushering. So the booster kind of helps with that. And yeah, it feels kind of fast with the booster. Because I know with Nightlord, I don't have booster ever active when I'm doing Bigfoot. I just kind of attack at a slower speed because of the iframes. And yeah, each Bigfoot takes us around 90 minutes. This one took us, yeah, around a little longer. Around 100 minutes for the first Bigfoot, just because I was trying to get a hang of things. So we got our Bigfoot, we're gonna go hunt some HHs. Like, I checked in this map, saw the HH spawn, and usually when they spawn in this map, that's a sign that the other channels are spawning at the same time right about now. So we go through a pretty massive HH sort of sequence here. I think we get around 13 of them, and we get our first big payout. We get our NX, we get a good NX card, our first 5K of our character. So that's great. I think we're definitely able to gatch once at reset. We go to reset. We'll have 30K. I have to think, because I want to keep doing some cool stuff, because I want to end on a strong note and not like last episode at all. I'm going out of town for a few days, 2 or 3 I think. Shouldn't be too long, but it's for a wedding. So yeah, I won't be on the game, won't be on the YouTube. Just gonna be AFK kind of voting when we can't play. But yeah, before I leave, I want to end us on a strong note. I want to pat before 110. They went off at level 108, so I think that's a good kind of position to start papping. We need to just farm some stoppers and get like a stack of 20 pops. Like, I want to farm maybe 180 stoppers, and that'll put us in position to pap, just as an insurance. 180? Did I just say that? We don't need that many. We only need 100. So farm a stack of 100 and then go pap. So probably tomorrow then, because 100 stoppers is going to take a little while to farm. Maybe I might not even go the full distance to 100, because BF is 90 minutes. It has, I think, 6 million more HP, and it has iframes too. So maybe realistically, I can have the BF time and just assume 45 minutes for pap. That would be just ideal, because we're much better than last time. We're like much higher level than level 103 or 102. So we, don't have that as much of a damage reduction because of the level gap. It just shouldn't feel as bad as the first time. And we kind of know what we're walking into. We're not going to underestimate Pap again. We're going to just go all out and get him down, and on that strong note, and get 2 big milestones kind of cleared. PAP and BF, quite early too. BF not as early, just because we had some accuracy problems. But still, at this damage that we're doing, clearing a BF, like that just shows some tenacity, I think. And not just one BF, we clear several. Just trying to hunt for the toe because I think it's around 10% drop rate. Yeah, very, very unlikely. The odds are stacked against us. So I just wanted to quickly get some rolls out for the toe by downing some BFs. We just need to just get down as many as possible, see if the toe will drop from those encounters. Because I don't know, because sometimes I get streaks of no toes. Like I think I've gone on 20 BF streaks of just no toe that are just dry like that in the past. So, yeah, that's kind of a problem. If we have to kill 20 BS for our toe just to get our depth start, like that's going to be a major setback for us, because 20 times 1 hour and 30 minutes, that's like 1 full day of just grinding BFs, of just non-stop playing. That's ridiculous. Obviously, this will have to be broken up over weeks or several days at the minimum, and let alone if there are BFs to even go around. So it's just inconvenient because we're not going to have our HTP anytime soon. Like we have to be 155 to HT. Like that's the minimum level to get EXP. So like, and there's no party that's going to recruit anybody below 155 that has like any sort of interest in optimizing their party and having a smooth run. Like they're not going to recruit you at level 150. Like you might not even be able to hit HT at that level, especially us, because we have major actually problems. So yeah, we're going to party up. If I'm playing with the idea that I want to maybe write a clause in the rules that I can use my Night Lord to seduce and just dual client HT. If we're ever at a point where we start hitting like 30k lines and are super strong, we can maybe think about an HT solo. If it's under 5 hours, if I can try to calculate and estimate and that number comes to below 5 hours, I think I can try to consider it, because anything longer would be unhealthy. It'd be kind of borderline dangerous to play that long, stay that focused for 5 hours. I doubt I even have the ability to do so, because seducing takes a lot of power, brain power. I have to make sure I track every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and sometimes there's like a plus or minus to when the seduce actually happens. So I have to seduce early, get rope early, and just make sure I stay on the rope. Yeah, it's not an easy task to seduce and attack, but yeah, our Night Lord's not 30k, but I'm confident he can seduce by himself. Like I don't know if I could seduce with 2 clients. So I'll play around with the idea, but that's like so far into the future. We need that depth start now, immediately. Just because with that 6.5 accuracy, that would just open up the rest of the game to us. We can start Pianus soon. I think we might even try to throw in a Pianus after our PAP, just to make it extra kind of strong note to end on. We can find a Pianus. Usually they're more prevalent on the weekdays because people are working. Less people checking Pianus as opposed to the weekend. And yeah, maybe we'll park our Night Lord there just to try to locate a Pianus if that's not against the rules. I don't see why it would be against the rules. It's not like it affects. We're still taking down everything. We're doing it single-handedly on the Iron Man. But I was just thinking that because they're hard to locate, they have like a 3-day respawn time. Some are, I think one's 48, one's 72 hours. And there's that just very narrow window to get them, because that's a popular boss. They drop very important kind of mastery books. I don't remember specifically which ones. I'll have to check if we have any that are needed from Pianus, because that'll kind of maybe spur me on to do it more, just out of necessity. But yeah, we're still going with these HHs. Like I said, this is a huge chain of them. Takes us 1 cider per HH. We don't need I don't think we need a sniper pill anymore, but I always use one just to kind of nullify the 5 accuracy reduction from the cider, because yeah, the sniper pill overrides it and you actually end up with 10 accuracy bonus. But it does eat up sniper pills because you have to use them both at the same time, and later on we run into some issues with our consumables. I ended up running out of ciders. I had like 30% of a Bigfoot, so I had to save a map and teleport to as close to Ludi as I could, use the warp capsule, repot as fast as I could, and then TP back to what was it called, Crossroads, and then it put us at the bottom, so I had to leave and then walk all the way to the Bigfoot again. Took us a good like 5 minutes. Luckily it was still there. Nearly lost it because not too long afterwards, a few minutes, someone tries to KS or BF, like they attack it, take aggro, throw a puppet down, start messing with it, and just kind of pull it to the opposite end of the map. So that was extremely annoying, even after I told him to stop and just leave. But of course I'm not going to insinuate or just be the aggressor in those situations. Like, that's kind of not cool. Although, you know, this must have been like an hour. Yeah, it must have been, because after we get done with this chain, we locate a ton of BFs. They must have all respawned while we were doing this, which is pretty sweet. Nice. But, yeah. Oh, here's something I just remembered. I can probably go into detail on why I wanted the silver dollar kind of handle tag, the name. I mean, I could get away with it when I was kind of more low profile and I wasn't doing like some of the YouTube stuff, and like I just knew people in the game. I just had my own circle, just only a circle, you know. I wasn't kind of in the public eye under that scrutiny to where people would just kind of randomly call out that I have the same name and disapprove, I think. Underlying disapproval, which is fair. It's not my name, but I wanted it because I used to be a cashier. Well, I used to work in the cafe, and one of the I would rotate in like the kitchen, the cash register, the hot food area, restaurant, whatever. There's like it's like a cafe. There's different sections, and I would rotate around. And my favorite was being the cashier, because one day I was kind of taking change, you know, giving money, cash, and while I was putting them quarters back into the cash tray, I heard a different noise come out of it. So I went to go investigate a little more, and it turns out someone paid with a silver quarter, because it makes a higher pitch kind of clanging sound. Like if anybody has a silver quarter, just compare it with like a nickel one, a nickel or a copper one, like the ones we have now, like that are post 1965. Anything 1964 and before is a 90% silver. I think it equates to like $4 roughly in silver at the current trading value. But anyways, I was like, oh, sick, this is awesome. And then I kind of got into a rabbit hole with the coins and paper currency, although I preferred coins because paper currency was more expensive to collect if I did choose to buy it from somebody. Whereas you can just kind of pick up like bullion on like eBay, like silver bullion, and it's a bunch of coins. You can pick through them and kind of identify each coin by the year or the mint mark. Like I only remember 2 of them. I think one is D and one is S, and those like are for the mints in the US. I think there's 3 mints. It's like San Francisco, Delaware or something, and there's another one. Can't remember right now though. But yeah, you know, I picked silver. Got like I ended at around like 430-ish ounces in just bullion. So, I mean, it's really deep. I can just kind of go into detail about each coin, but that would take all day to talk about. So there you go. That's why I wanted the name. It interested me. And silver dollar. It's one of my favorite coins, the Morgan dollar. Now those are big money. It's like $20 in silver. It's like pretty much an ounce in each Morgan dollar. But yeah, there you go. That's my explanation. Kind of doing the rest of our HH kind of rotation hunt. Yeah, and just kind of stop. Kind of just gonna rotate around more, deeper in. And yeah, my gut says there's no more HHs in the common places. Like, I could really dig deep and go through every, like, all 3 crossroads, all 3 twisted paths, and like freaking every little thing, but I'm kind of just ready to start a BF now, like the second one. Want the toe. Takes a while. Are we still checking BFs? My god. Or HHs? Shit. I guess we wanted that level up before we started the BF. But yeah. It gets a little sloppy on the second BF because we are in Evil Rising, or the Evil Dead. Sorry, the Evil Dead is the map we end up in. And that's my least favorite map to hunt BFs in because of the Elder Rays. Like, they auto aggro and just fuck with your shit. Like, when 5 of them just kind of float on over, just interrupts the entire BF fight. Like, now I can only hit 3 at a time. Like, what am I gonna just like crush? I gotta crush them all down so I can get back to like hitting the BF, so I can keep in the rhythm of it. Yeah, so we start this BF here. We go repot real quick before this, because yeah, I was unsure about the Evil Dead because I wasn't sure how many times we were gonna get hit per second. Just because the Elder Rays, like with Junior Rays, I don't need to have auto HP too high. But yeah, just get the 1500 cheeses just to be absolutely safe. And yeah, grab our BF started. This one burns. I feel the burn big time here because we're using siders only now. Like, I stopped using stoppers just to kind of conserve it. Although we end up kind of using them all up anyways, because when I was walking back here, okay, we died twice here because I'm chatting with the guild, and second time was because I was trying to adjust auto HP so that I could chat to be higher, and fucking just falls below the threshold, and then it doesn't heal, and then I get hit again, and then I die. Yeah, that hurts because it's 10% loss. Yeah, right there, died. Had a safety charm. Second time is after the HH dies, so we lose 10%. I just wish we were better. Like, I kind of did forecast some deaths, but I just wish they weren't this stupid and careless. Like, if they're legit, like unavoidable or very difficult to avoid deaths, like, I would be less annoyed about that. But then again, we live and we learn. We don't talk and we're gonna BF any longer. So we ran out of sniper pills, like I said earlier, and I'm trying to make a mad dash back to the Bigfoot because I'm very paranoid about just having it get ninja'd away. Like, that would be so bad after we put in this much time, like nearly an hour, and have it be stolen, and no way to prove it because we lose map ownership. We have to avoid that at all costs. So I spend like a bunch of money on VIP TP rocks just to get back as quickly as we can. Puts us in the bottom crossroads, of course. And thank goodness we made it back quick, because this is the guy I was talking about. He's trying to KS us. And I asked him, I'm like, stop, stop helping. Don't help, please. And he like takes the Elder Rays away. And I'm confused because I'm thinking this guy's actually like trying to help. And I can't control him, so it's like not against the rules. Like, what, am I going to just stop BFing because someone's helping? Even though I told him not to? And then he starts kind of being a dick. Pulls it over to the far right side, puppets, messes with how I'm kind of trying to hit the BF. But then he goes away because I figure he knows that I've done most of the damage, so if he finishes, he's just going to help me kill it at just the cost of less experience, which I'll take. He can save 30 minutes for me if he wants. And I'm not going to say I'm going to show it proudly. I don't care if that's not against the rules. I got KS'd. I'm not going to abandon my BF. I'm not going to, let people do whatever they want to me. I'm going to stand up for myself. But yeah, that's done with no toe. So we missed twice on toes. This is our third BF. I'm exhausted at this point. Even if there was a fourth BF, we're lucky someone killed the one before Evil Dead. Because I would have probably gone for the fourth BF if someone hadn't gotten it after we finished this one. And yeah, kind of our limit. I think 3 BFs is our limit. I don't think it's healthy to exceed 3. But I can always kind of maybe put something else on another screen, or just do something like watch a movie or whatever. Whenever I'm doing this, just to kind of make time fly by a little quicker. Because I recorded some live commentary just to kind of pass the time as I was doing this last BF. I didn't include it because I don't say anything worthwhile. Everything I said has already been said before in this like voiceover I'm doing now, and I just kind of jabber and just blab. I don't think there's anything of substance in that commentary, so I didn't include it. But yeah, we get our level up. I don't care about any equipment right now. I just want to get that level up. Make sure we're in the same BF map as the BF at all times. Maintain ownership and down them. So this is awesome. I'm very pleased with this session, except the beginning. Like I think we're done scrolling. Like I don't know how to scroll clearly. I don't know how to use 60s. I'm done with that. I'm done embarrassing myself on freaking YouTube. We're fine. So probably Pap next episode. Try to get a Pianus in maybe. I'll try to find something spicy that we can kind of show before we kind of take our hiatus. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. I truly appreciate you for coming by, and I hope that this was an improvement from last time. So yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. But yeah, I'll catch you in episode or session 23. All right, bye bye. Take care.